This topic is about assertiveness. It's pretty important in B2B sales. So, in sales, people often talk about being confident. But understand one thing, confidence without control is just noise, in my opinion. Assertiveness is about control, delivered with clarity, calm, and respect. And that's how you differentiate between assertive versus maybe, let's say, aggressive. Now, let me ask you a simple question. When was the last time you walked out of a deal knowing you didn't push and still stayed in full control? Look, this conversation is not about personality. This is about communication psychology. And it's the difference between being heard and being respected. Now, we all think that sales is about what we say, but here's the reality from research 7% of communication is words, 38% is your tone, 55% is body language. Sales success is not just what you say, it's how aligned your voice, face, and posture are when you say it. That's why we talk about tonality, pausing, eye contact. When a buyer feels even 1% off, it starts to fail. Let's talk about four styles of communication. There's a passive, where you avoid conflict, you lose control. Aggressive, you overpower, you lose trust. Passive aggressive is an odd one. You stay unclear, you create confusion. Assertive is where you speak with clarity, emotional steadiness, and boundaries. And understanding these four is very critical in B2B sales because only assertiveness allows you to lead without creating resistance. It shows respect for the buyer and, very importantly, for your own process and self. Now, assertiveness is not equal to pressure. Sandler talks about sales is a conversation between adults to uncover the truth. That's simply assertiveness in one line. Two adults. It's about being a truth seeker, not a convincer. That is why most Sandler reps we create upfront contracts. These upfront contracts make it easy. You don't end up chasing. You don't attach emotion to outcomes. And you end up asking questions like, can I be honest here? What happens if nothing changes? Can we agree on next steps today? His tone is changing. It's confidence. It's pure confidence. This is not about being aggressive. These questions aren't designed to be aggressive. They're designed to be assertive. The golden rule. And they work. Now, I want to talk about language. One of the most powerful assertive tools is the I statement. Let me give you an example using structure so it makes sense to you as to what is it about this I statement. I feel a certain emotion, talk about the emotion. When, talk about the situation because of impact that you feel. So let me give you an example. I feel concerned when we don't clarify decision criteria because I want to make sure we are aligned. It's a simple statement. By saying I, you're getting closer to the buyer. Let's try another one. I feel it may be premature to move forward without identifying the pain because that often stalls internal buy-in. Don't you agree? So the question you're thinking is, well, why would that work? Because it's non-blaming, it's non-confrontational, it's emotionally clear, and it focuses on ownership. It communicates seriousness without triggering the buyer's defense mechanism. Now, respect is important. Assertiveness is not just about tone. It's a structure for communication grounded in self-respect, mutual clarity, emotional regulation, and process discipline. What does this mean in sales? It's simple. You don't give free consulting. You don't tolerate vague next steps. And the word tolerate might be a bit harsh, but you just don't tolerate it. You don't fake rapport with the customer. How's your golf game? How are the kids? You also don't skip uncovering pain. Remember and always remember, no pain, no sale. Because no pain means there's no urgency, and urgency will set you free. Now, so the trick is, and you're thinking, what happens when we communicate this way? Look, when you master assertiveness, here's what will change for you. Your tone stays calm even when objections come up. Anticipate the objections. You will also find yourself asking deeper questions without flinching because you come from a place of confidence. You will also walk away from bad fit deals without regret. That's very powerful. Qualifying out with no regret is important. You will also find yourself building trust faster because you're seen as stable and real. You'll also come to a simple conclusion as you practice this. You will end up closing more because you won't get stuck in maybe land. Look, buyers trust people who are in control of themselves. Assertiveness is a powerful way to signal that. Exactly that. So let me leave you with this. The most respected sellers don't dominate and they don't differ also. They lead with clarity, calm, and confidence. That's what assertive communication gives you. So next time you're in a sales conversation, don't just say the right thing. Say it with posture, say it with presence, and say it with control. And then watch the magic happen. I assure you, there is so much power in understanding aggression versus assertiveness. Good luck.